So for someone who's never heard of the Literacy Lab, what is it?
Okay. So the Literacy Lab, Leading Men Fellowship Atlanta, or first off, the Literacy Lab is an organization that sets up a space to intervene through equitable practices to support young learners in the science of reading in pre-K classrooms. So working with 4 to 5 year olds to support their engagement and the ongoing support of what it means to be a reader, a writer, and a communicator.
And a pathway to a career in education that may not be there otherwise for some people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that.
So, for example, the Leading Men Fellowship Atlanta and all the Leading Men Fellowship regions that we have, the 5 regions altogether, it creates a space for workforce development by way of exposing you to this practice. Also understanding the value that you don't always have to have it all like in your mind. You know, we give a scripted curriculum and it's multi-tiered to support the engagement of the professional that we're trying to build and then the future professional that needs to know how to read, write, and communicate.
So you don't need a 4-year education degree.
Not to start. So with our program, you actually have to be 18 to 24 years old without a college degree, because we give you a $2,500 scholarship either in the midst of the program at the top of the year or at the end altogether. So it can be split in half or you can get the whole scholarship. But more importantly, our services and supports, our local school partnerships like a Clark Atlanta or Morehouse College sets up the spacing for us to help you advance your educational experience as well. So you don't need a bachelor's just yet. And it also, when you have your bachelor's, you're not want to take a part-time wage. You're ready for the full-time role. So we utilize it in this space to set young people up who are in college to understand that the professional prowess you need, it's around you, it's in you, and we're here to guide you through it.
And what is the greatest impact happening in classrooms like this?
The greatest impact, what I would say, is how we address 3 issues: investing in men of color, accelerating equitable student growth, and then more importantly, just the ongoing professional development that happens in this space. So I honestly can say representation is happening. We talk about the 2% of educators in the world are men of color. And if you really break down that number, it's like 1.8%, something that Julius, our regional director, taught me. So taking that in and just filling in that gap, that's one. And now you're also filling in the science of reading with a professional that provides an image for these young people to see. And now you're closing 2 gaps. You're supporting an image gap, you're supporting a reading, writing, communication gap, and then also you're setting up a space for people to see that education can be innovative based on how you show up. It's not really one size fits all. Every student is different. Every requirement for a child's development process is different. However, this is a space to know that we need more educators, but it's not just a rally cry because we need more. It's a rally cry because this is a space where you might find yourself. You might understand what it means to have a purpose. And if you don't have a purpose, you might realize that the entire time you've been reaching children all your life. You just didn't know that you could do the science of reading as well to help people read, write, and communicate. And in the space we're in today, reading is a civil right and is recognized as a civil right. And because it's in that format now, it's important for people to learn that how do I help manifest these rights going forward? And if I don't know what it means to be an educator, you'll definitely learn here at the Literacy Lab.
Mr. Jackson's talking about how it's changed his life, but he's changing a lot of lives in this room too.
Very much so, and honestly, it's changing mine. Being in this space, when I come to do observations, you could potentially be having a bad day, and the joy can fill you up with. But more importantly, I look at education as future management, right? I don't really get down when I think about the landscape of what's happening around me, because when I come into these spaces, I watch a Mr. Jackson, I watch the children he's serving, watching them get their first letter of their name correctly, or think about one of our fellows in his first week. He was telling us a story about how this young lady was writing her name backwards on the first day that he met her. By that Friday, she was writing her name forward. Those touch points are important, and Mr. Jackson is a high flyer when it comes to just making the meaning of the work that we're doing, because you can make it your own. We give you a professional guideline, but the spirit, the energy, the prowess is all you.